Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. I'm a chef on a mission. A little different setup today. I'm shooting from my iPhone. I got a little extra mic here for my podcast, my radio show. And today's mission is motivational, business motivation, personal motivation. I just had the honor of spending some time and listening to Jim Craig speak. Jim Craig was the Miracle on Ice goalie from 1980, the team that beat the Russians in 1980 Olympics. Fantastic speaker, by the way. Like, awesome, very motivational. And I got to tell you, a ton of takeaway things from them. But there was one thing that really stood out in my mind. He asked people how many people had ever run a marathon before in the group. A couple hands went up, and it was just, and he goes, "How'd you do?" And people answered like, "Oh, I was just happy to finish." And he's like, you can train to win the marathon, or you can train just to finish. You're still training, you're still doing the marathon, but it's two totally different mindsets. And a lot of people just train, whether it's business, whether it's personal, just to get it done. They don't train to win. So I thought that was very fascinating. I have a different experience with marathons. 2 years ago, I ran eight marathons in 1 year. I was just like, you know what, my goal was to run a marathon a month, and I decided that like as early as April of 2014. I said, I want to run a marathon a month for the rest of the year, and that's what I did. So I wasn't training just to run a marathon or just to finish it. I was training to do multiple marathons. In fact, one of the runs I did was a 51 miler, so almost a double marathon in one day. So it was really, it's just your whole mindset and how you want to achieve your goals, your business goals, your personal goals, and just very profound. But then last week I had the privilege of meeting with Jim Ryan, who is the world's the country's best miler. I forgot the greatest miler in U.S. history is what they're calling him. And this was he was another Olympic silver medalist from 68, 72, 68. He won a silver medal. 72, he got tripped up and couldn't compete, and that was his last Olympics. But both these Olympians, both these U.S. Olympians had the same message. And both of their messages was that what they originally started to do, they weren't good at. They got cut from teams. Coaches wouldn't understand that their ability. Coaches were like, well, you're not good enough for this team. From getting cut from the church softball team, to not getting, into the proper college for being a goalie, hockey goalie. So it was just really inspirational to see that here are two guys that were the best in their sport, right? World class. And at some point in their career, they didn't have what it took to make the basic team. They could not make the basic team. They would get cut from teams. And it's like, wow. So now what do? You apply discipline, but you really apply a vision. And both these guys knew what their vision was. They never let up on their vision. And that right there brought them through. So two world-class Olympians, both the same message. Create that vision, go for it, and just keep going no matter what kind of defeats you've had previously. So I'm super excited because Jim Ryan is speaking to our mastermind group again. I'm sorry, not Jim Ryan. Jim Craig is speaking to our mastermind group again tomorrow. So it's going to be super exciting. I can't wait for that. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching this. If you like my vids, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and leave some comments.